I know that motherhood is a very interesting season, okay, that changes your life forever. And I think one of the beautiful things about that change that motherhood does to your life is the fact that you're constantly learning, you know. And yeah, look at the word there, motherhood, change. Okay, because motherhood is an experience, a journey that you step into, and then that changes everything. Okay, changes your body, changes your mind, changes your attitude, changes your behavior, and change, they say, is a constant thing in life. And so what it means is that if change is a constant thing, it means that you're learning as that change is happening. Yes, you're learning, and learning means that growth is also happening because you're learning. And yeah, that's just an introduction to to really what I wanted to say, that I'm learning in this season. Funny that I'm using that word season, because actually it's been it's been a it's been a moment and some, trying to learn about season. Okay, so one of the things that motherhood is going to teach you, whether you want to take it or not, is seasons. You begin to appreciate Ecclesiastes 3:1 that talks about times and season. You begin to appreciate um, Second Chronicles. I can't get the exact verse at this moment. That says that the sons of Issachar understood the times and seasons and knew what Israel ought to do. Yeah. So one of the things that motherhood comes with is seasons, and trust me, once you step into that game, once you step into that journey, rather, of motherhood, you really have to understand seasons. One of the things you have to note is that you're now doing life differently. Yeah, yeah. You're now doing life differently because you have a responsibility, okay, of nurturing a whole other human being, a whole other life. And in that phase of nurturing, you are still going to be taking care of yourself, taking care of your home, um, taking care of your marital relationship, also feeding your relationship with God, and then um, your finances. So that's if you're working, if you're working from home, mom, if you're self-employed, or if you have a career that you're building. And that's the more reason why you need to understand your season, because the motherhood journey it starts, from when it starts. Okay, it starts when you conceive, and yes, and through the whole pregnancy journey, then you give birth, and then okay, yes, the whole pregnancy journey is a season. You give birth, and the whole breastfeeding and being a nursing mom is a season, and then you move from that season, and you're now dealing with and now getting into the season of nurturing a toddler, yes, and trying to meet up milestones, yeah, developmental milestones of that child, from crawling to walking to speaking. Okay, these are seasons because ain't nobody gonna do that job for you. Okay, and so while this is happening, you really have to understand that your life is now tied to these seasons. So he's just like a farmer who knows when to go out, when it's time for him to go to his field and get his field ready. I think that's called the plowing phase. And then you now plant, and then you now water or wait for the rain to fall. And then the crops begins to grow. And even when the crops begin to grow, you don't just leave them, because at some point they're going to have weeds around them. You go into that farm to tender it, and then you come out, and then it's time for harvesting season, and then you harvest, and then you clean up the farm again to continue, that same cycle. And that's what happens too with motherhood. You have to understand your season. And then one of the take home I'm learning from these seasons is to show up. And now, not in the sense of going out. A lot of times when people talk about showing up, yeah, I'm not connoting this showing up to all the places that you have to go to. Yeah. And not even about building your personal brand at this time. I'm just saying, show up for your life and your season. And what do I mean by that? It means that for every time you're waking up and you have to give that child a bath, prepare breakfast, do school run, take care of your home, that's doing laundry, making dishes available, taking care of bills, going for market runs. Hello, mom, you're showing up for your life and your season. Okay? And that is all that matters. Yes, because that is the season for that. Eventually, this toddler is going to grow up into an, a more independent child. Yes, but that also depends the on the work that you have put in during the child's toddler years. That's what's going to make that child more independent as they grow older into adolescence. Yes, which is another season, and then another season of being teenagers, and then the season of being young adults. You see that your life is already planned out. Oh yeah, that's motherhood for you. It gives you seasons that are inevitable, and you need to understand that season and how you show up for your life, so that you don't get stressed, you don't get overwhelmed, you don't get burnout, you don't feel like you're missing out. Yeah. And the good thing about navigating this season is technology. The good thing about navigating this season is technology. Okay. So there's social media for you to, yes. So if you feel like you're missing out, going out for events, there are events that, those events may have been recorded, and you can still be a part of it online. If you feel like you need to hang out with friends but you don't have the time for that, you can always chat them up. You can always do a video call. So, but the goal here is to understand your season. Very important. And show up for your life. Thank you. I hope this ministers to someone. I hope you learned something. Please let me hear in the comment section your thoughts, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.